Yo, what pops into your head when you hear Volvo? Safety, right? Boxy wagons? Sensible Swedish engineering? Bet you didn't think sexy open-top sports car. Well, buckle up, because back in the 50s, Volvo had a wild moment and dropped the P1900 Sport, a car so out of character it's legendary, mostly because it was a spectacular flop. Picture this. It's the early 1950s. The sports car craze is exploding in the USA, thanks to British roadsters and the slick new Chevy Corvette. Volvo's big boss at the time, Oscar Gabrielson, gets a major case of FOMO during a trip to the States. He sees these cool, two-seater rides and thinks, we need a piece of that action. He immediately hits up Glasspar, a Californian company famous for fiberglass boats and car bodies, and commissions a design. The plan was simple. Take the bones of their trusty PV444 sedan, juice up the engine with twin carbs to a whopping 70 horsepower, and wrap it in that sexy new fiberglass shell. On paper, it was a solid concept. They even called it the Volvo Sport. How cool is that? But here's where the dream started to crack. While the engine had a bit of pep, it was hooked up to the PV444's clunky 3-speed manual gearbox with a shifter so long and awkward it felt like it came out of a truck. The initial prototypes looked cool, and Volvo even hyped up a production run of 300 cars, aiming them strictly for export markets. Then came the reality check. One of the lead engineers took a prototype on a massive 9,800-mile road trip through Europe and North Africa. His report back was brutal. The frame was flimsy, the body was literally rubbing itself apart, the doors were poorly mounted. Basically, the car was a mess. In his words, it just didn't meet Volvo standards. That was the kiss of death. The new CEO, Gunnar Engellau, who took over shortly after, took one look at the P1900 and basically said, nope. He killed the project instantly. In the end, only 68 cars were ever made. It was an epic fail. So, what's it actually like to be in one? It's less of a razor-sharp sports car and more of a chill, top-down cruiser. The driving position is surprisingly upright, the ride is soft and comfy, and it has this weirdly charming nautical vibe, almost like a little boat for the road. The interior is minimalist, and it's a Frankenstein's monster of parts. The taillights are from a 1950 Chevy, the brakes are from a Jaguar XK120, and the door handles are from a Morris Oxford. It's a true parts bin special. Digging up weird facts like a car being built from 5 different brands is what we live for. If you're obsessed with uncovering the hidden stories behind the world's most fascinating cars, do yourself a favor and smash that subscribe button. You won't regret it. Though it was a commercial disaster, the P1900 wasn't a total loss. It was the rough draft, the failed experiment that Volvo needed to have. The lessons learned from this fiberglass flop were poured directly into their next project. The stunning and wildly successful P1800, the car made famous by the Saint. Without the P1900's failure, we might never have gotten that icon. Today, the P1900 has had the ultimate glow-up. From a forgotten flop to a 6-figure collector's gem, its rarity makes it one of the most sought-after Volvos on the planet. It's the ultimate proof that sometimes the biggest failures make for the most legendary stories. Want to dive deeper into the cars that time forgot and the legends that were never meant to be? Hit subscribe and ring that notification bell. We're on a mission to bring you the wildest car stories you've never heard. Stick with us.